Okay, I'm going to do a virtual plant walk here for those interested in plant medicine and all it can offer you, which is health. Here's my medicinal garden. In other videos just the other day, I talked about mullein, which is taking over in a lovely way, by the way. And this is the herbalist conundrum, what to weed out of your garden. So I have these volunteers of evening primrose, which I'll keep. They're beautiful. They grow quite tall. This is Oenthera biennis, and it will get a yellow, beautiful yellow flower eventually, probably around July, and then I'll harvest the flowers and put them in oil for skin creams, excuse me, and lotions. And this is how it grows. It has this opposite leaf structure, and if we get close you can see the pink vein in the center of the leaf. And I'm going to use whole plant. I'm going to make tincture with this as well. I do that every once in a while. I have quite a bit of it in my apothecary, so it's used for its essential fatty acids to help with hormone production, so useful for PMS and menopause. But overall, it's just an anti-inflammatory because of its essential fatty acid content. And you will see this pressed seed oil in commerce. So that is, excuse me, evening primrose. The other one I want to talk about today is, hello, Gabriel. You need to get out of the garden, buddy. Come on, out of the garden. Good boy. It's a good boy. He likes to hang out with me, as does Daisy in the garden. So this one is astragalus. I'll get you a good astragalus. Now this is a teacher in my garden. We harvest the root. So when you harvest the root, you kill the plant. And because I teach classes on herbalism, I like to have representatives in my garden so people can see how it grows, because we often buy plants in commerce and we're not quite sure what they look like when they grow, which is really the beauty of taking an in-person herbalist course, because you can see the plants up close. And when you see the plants up close and you see how they grow, you understand the energy of the plant. And that can help you in regards to choosing the plant, if it's right for you, or if you're a practitioner, if it's right for somebody else. So this grows like a vetch. It's in the vetch family. It has these opposite leaflets here. The leaves grow opposite on the leaflet. It's a very distinct characteristic of vetch. And it is now coming into flower. It's actually not looking too healthy. We had a dry spell here. It's actually not coming into flower. These are just leaves that aren't super happy. We had a dry spell, so I think that's probably the repercussions of that, but it's looking pretty healthy. But it will get a pea-like flower. And again, we're using it for the root. It's a really important immune herb. So you have to be careful with autoimmunities with this one, but it works deep in the body. It helps the bone marrow create important cells, immune cells that are the B cells that are in the bone marrow. It helps build blood. It helps just keep your core very healthy. And I use it often with people who have no autoimmunities, but some immune issues. So I use it in many different blends that way, to build blood, to support the immune system. And that's astragalus. She's really pretty. It's hard to tell how big she is. Daisy, come here. Let's show the people how big it is. Come over here, baby. You sit. You sit. Good girl, sit. Sit. Good girl, sit. Sit. Good girl. So that's Daisy. She's my Rhodesian. So that's how big astragalus is. And then one other one I'll talk about today is poke. Now, I did a plant walk a little bit yesterday in the garden, and this is the monstrous poke. That is probably, it's almost as tall as me. It's about 4 feet tall right now. And this is it's the common plant in the area. Certainly down south, they use it as a green. You boil the leaves 3 times, changing out the liquid. It is potentially toxic. It can build up in the body. It can make you very ill if you take too much of it. We're using the root for its powerful lymphatic potential, moving the lymph out of the body. It's a folk remedy for cancer. And I just want to get a close-up view here. This is how big the stalks are. That's just insanely big. Happy she is, or he. It could be a he. It's quite masculine. But again, this is a teacher, so I won't kill this plant to get its root. But it's a wonderful teacher, and I will show you later on in the summer the flowers that grow off of it, because it's just beautiful. And then it gets this red berry, which is so stark, and you can't miss it when it's in flower, and then when it goes into berry, it's really beautiful. So poke is a cancer, folk cancer remedy, and I use it topically in oil, fresh root oil for tumors. I'm actually using it on my Gaby's tumor right now on his back. He has cancer, little Gaby. He's my boy. He's my immune compromised boy. But we're gonna give him the topical oil as I've been giving it to him. And it is changing the tumor. It's not gone away yet, but it's on its way out. So that's your virtual plant walk for now. So we've got poke, we've got evening primrose. These will likely volunteer in your life. And again, the herbalist conundrum is, what do we get rid of when they come in? Well, that's an interesting answer. So it all depends. It could change with time. So thanks for watching. Say bye, Daisy. He's a good girl.